How on earth do you stop the juggling and the firefighting that is going on in your school and classes? Well, that's what today's YouTube is all about. Hey, I am Sarah from The Den and I am a qualified business mentor, and I help the performing arts industry and children's activity providers to grow and scale their schools and classes, but on their terms, so that they can have a life outside of the business. So the firefighting aspect is absolutely huge. I was speaking to one of my members recently and she's just like, I'm lost. I just constantly seem to be chasing my tail and firefighting at every corner, and I actually don't know where to start. So when you actually feel like that, the first place to start is actually to stop and look at exactly what it is you're doing, because firefighting is not going to stop until you have proper systems in place, and those systems are working and they are tweaked and they are tested and all of that, and that's not going to happen overnight. So the first thing is to find out why you are firefighting, and the way to do that is to do like a time and productivity tracker, and you fill out what it is in quarter of an hour increments to exactly what you do in the day. And what this will discover is that, like, you spend 10 hours on emails a week, or you spend 2 hours procrastinating on Facebook, or you spend 3 hours to 5 hours on phone calls to parents. At which point I'll go, what are those phone calls to parents about? What's going on there? Are they genuine issues that you need to speak to the parents about? Or are they just ringing you for a little chat and saying, oh, those black leggings that you wanted, can she wear grey? No, she has to wear black. Okay. But those sorts of things, you almost need to build a wall before you, like a customer service wall that goes, yes, they are black, but they need to find that answer out before you get on the phone call with them. There needs to be that sort of like protection of you and your time. So realistically, that's one of the first things to look at, is where is your time being spent? And of the elements that you keep jumping around and between, what of those can be solved by like what I call DIY customer service? So, putting out the answers for the customer to find them before they even get to you. Or is it an email that needs to go out to the parents? Or is it something that needs to go in the terms and conditions? Or is it an office hours and you put, I'm not available during these times, just so you can get on with your work? What is that solution to that problem? And it's when you start doing that, you buy yourself a little bit of time. And in buying yourself that little bit of time, you can then go back and look at your systems and go, right. And you take one system at a time and you go, right, I'm looking at this one. What's working? What's not? What can be automated? What can be delegated? What can be just got rid of? We don't need it because we're duplicating that work. If you are duplicating that work and it does have to happen, is there a computer program that can do it for you? So you look at it bit by bit and you break that system down. You go, right, you tidy it up, you sort it out, you delete it, you check it all works in the new format, and then that's the new system that runs. And you quietly do that across the board, and then things start to simplify. Things start to be, I want to use the word regimented, but it's the wrong word, but they're systemized. They suddenly fall into place, and then that's when you can give them to somebody else to do. Okay? Realistically, what this comes down to, the reason that you are juggling and firefighting is because you don't have these systems in place. But the only way you're going to solve that, and there is no band-aid here, I am really, really sorry, I am not able to go, here's your quick fix, and Sarah, the fairy godmother's going to wave her magic wand and woo, it's all done and dusted. No. I'm sorry, guys. There is no band-aid here. I can't just rip it off and make it all better. The only way you do it is to deep dive. That's the only way. And it's not what you want to hear, because when you talk about, making more time for yourself and stopping the juggling, you're talking about, time management, and you want just a quick fix. But there's no quick fix in time management, because you have to work on what you're doing to save time. So you have to invest time in time management to save time on time management. Does that make sense? And it's the same with systems. You have to make time to stop and look at a system, to make the changes, to make yourself time to do the system. But it's the only way it's gonna happen. There's a lady called Megan Somerville, and she writes a very good blog, and she talks about harmony, not balance, because you talk about the work-life balance, and she says she doesn't like that word. She prefers harmony, and I'm sort of with her on this. That harmony is a much nicer word than balance, because balance means that things are like this, and hey, we know as business owners, business doesn't run like this. Business runs like this. Okay, so if you can find some sort of harmony in this that works for you, crack on. Because why try and get this when this is never gonna happen? Never. Yeah. So there is structure is the core to freedom. This is another of us saying structure is core to freedom. So by sorting out your systems, you free up your time. Okay, so that is how you stop the juggling, and that that might not be what you wanted to hear. Well, I'm very sorry that I don't have that quick fix, but there isn't one. There isn't one. Okay, so no more band-aids. Make that time to make a difference to working on the business, not in it, so that you can gain back that freedom and time that you truly deserve. All right, make sure you give me a follow, please. That would be amazing. Thank you.